Hi, I'm Wayne and this is Bassador Woodworking. Today I'm going to build an accessibility step so that my dog can more easily jump up onto the couch. So my dog is a Bassador. She's the namesake of this channel, and she's very short. She's looks like kind of like a puppy lab all the time. When she's adorable, she's my favorite thing ever. But my wife recently bought a new couch, and at first it was really low to the ground. So much so that like it was hard to get in and out of it. So I added some legs to the couch, and that made it so that it's much easier to get in and out of. But it's now too tall, and the dog has trouble jumping up onto it. And instead of just shortening those legs, I decided I'm going to just build a step to make it easier for her to jump up onto it. I'm going to try to utilize as much scrap material and just leftover offcuts as I can, but also going to make this so that it doesn't stick out too much in the house. I want it to kind of match the couch, and I want it to look like it's meant to be there. So I have some measurements of like, these are maximum dimensions that I can have for the length, width, and height of this step. So it can be a maximum of 84 inches long, because that's how long the couch is. It can be, I don't want to go any more than like 12 inches deep, because then it will become kind of like anyone who doesn't need to use the step would be forced to use the step to get up onto the couch, and then it basically recreates the couch is too low problem. And I want it to only be about 6 inches high. That will basically bring it in range so that Bailey can more easily jump up onto it. This is going to be the main part of the step. This is actually a shelf from my childhood bedroom. So this is what all my Power Rangers Zords used to be sitting on, that my parents would buy me and not allow me to play with because they were for display. Still hurts.
Have you hugged your Zords today?
But this is going to be the primary step. It's about 72 inches long, and I believe it's about like 8 or 9 inches deep, so I'm going to cut another cleat to go in the back. I'm going to kerf bend the frame of this thing so that it matches this radius, and just make it so that it has just a nice little lip around the whole thing to make it look nice. And then this whole thing's going to be carpeted. Now I need to set the height of my curve cuts. That should be good. I'll go a little bit shallower, a little bit deeper. Like that. And now I'm gonna test on a scrap because not 100% certain on this. Okay, so I just took this piece over to the shelf, or what will be the step, and I just marked where the curve starts. This might not be the best way to do it, but it's just how I've always done it. So I'll put a cut there because it's obviously going to need to pivot there, and then I'll just keep adding cuts until I think that I've got the radius I need. And then I will just set that to match on the other one. So, going to do the same. I should glue that edge. There's no reason not to. It's just laziness on my part to not have already done it. Okay, so now this is by far the most difficult part of this whole thing. So I'm going to prep everything first, because I'm going to basically have to secure this in place as I go. I did not trim this thing down to its final length because I might need to pivot at some point, and I didn't want to end up short after cutting the curve and everything. So what I'll do is I'm gonna secure it all in place, and then I will just use a flush trim bit on the router to make sure that my end is all nice and flush. Because not only do I have to do this bend, there's a little bit of a warp or a bend from this in this shelf from it being a shelf for 20 years or so. So I need to do what I can to remove that warp, which is going to be easier said than done. So I guess first step is going to be putting glue on all the surfaces that need it. And then I'm going to need to, once the curve is all set, I'll have to pack it with the curves with some wood glue so that it doesn't want to, move ever again. Now we can flip you over and we can start to put, I can trim this down with a flush trim bit. Alright, so the structure of this thing is done. Now I just need to do the finishing. I'm going to be covering this in the same carpet tile that I used on the floors in here. I have 2 boxes of it left over, and it's super cheap stuff that if I end up destroying any of it, won't necessarily feel bad. So now I'm going to just go and do basically, I mean, it's going to be one across the top, and then the bottom one is going to like roll over, and that's it. It's going to just hopefully be very uneventful. The good thing about this is it kind of hides all my crimes. Like, you won't, with this on, you won't be able to tell where things suck. Just most of woodworking. I mean, in my experience, the only thing that kind of like separates experienced woodworkers from beginner woodworkers is ability to like fix mistakes. So ability to like hide like mistakes that happened or come back from mistakes and pivot. That's really the only thing that separates one group from the other, and you only figure those things out by making mistakes. So now I'm hoping that it won't be super obvious if I have them just overlap like this. I don't know how well this tile sticks to itself, but I guess we will find out. And if I need to trim it back a little bit, I can. It's not a huge deal. The adhesive on these ones are much stronger. Okay, now I just gotta do this end cap. So Bailey doesn't really use the step at all. It's been installed now for about 4 days, and she just kind of jumps over it. She does use it sometimes getting down from the couch. The cat really likes it. He chills out on it quite a bit. But yeah, all in all, kind of a failure of a project. It looks okay. It accomplished what I wanted in having a step here. So it will stay for a little while. If she doesn't start to use it as she becomes more accustomed to it being here, I'll just take it out and we'll use it somewhere else in the house. But thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date with new products as they are released. Until next time, thank you. Hi. You're gorgeous. You're so pretty. You're such a pretty girl. Such a pretty girl.